Okay, this is Henkei Jetfire by Takara Tomy. I've been meaning and just itching to do this video for a long time now, especially now that, you know, everyone knows that Jetfire is going to be in the Revenge of the Fallen movie, and I just wanted to do a review of this figure. Okay, let me start off by saying, well, okay, it is Henkei, so the paint scheme is different from the classics Jetfire. They do have the same gimmicks. The helmet is removable. Um, and you know, this helmet is the homage to the original G1 Jetfire, which is an exact repaint of the Robotech Macross Valkyrie fighter. And the Valkyrie fighter had side guns on his ears, and the helmet was just looks like that. Okay, let me just take it off now because the head is more proportional this way than with the helmet. The colors are very G1, if you ask me, more than the classics, the Hasbro version. The Hasbro version has all of this in clear. I mean, it has, I think, a bigger windshield, and, or maybe the same, sorry, and it has black detailing right here. And for the Henkei, he has the original colors of Jetfire, or Skyfire, in sky blue and silver face. There is some piping, very, I don't know if you can see it, light piping right there, very small light piping, but it is there. Okay, the red is also very reminiscent of the G1. The red backpack is very reminiscent of the G1 figure. Big difference right here, as always, since it is a Henkei. There are chrome bits. The boosters are chromed. The Hasbro version has them in black. I was originally going to get the Hasbro version, but then I saw him, and I decided, you know what, they're the same. They were being sold at the same price, so what the hey, right? Get the Henkei version. And I can't say I'm very satisfied with this figure. He's well armed, as you can see. He's got missile launchers here. He's got a gun that you can split apart to form two guns, I think. And then he's got a backpack with these cannon, these huge, massive blasters. Okay, and he's very articulate, very posable. You can get him into a lot of poses. His feet are very posable. My only criticism on this figure is that even if you get him in upright position, he's standing position, he is still quite a small figure for a Voyager. He's not the biggest Voyager, but he's a tad bit smaller than most Voyagers. Yeah, and I wish they could have done a lot more with the wings. I like the wings this way, and it forms like a cape. You can have them sideways, form like as though he's ready for flight, or you can have it upright as though he was a seeker. But this just looks too awkward for me. He looks like an Insecticon, and I like to have it this way in cape mode. Okay, give you a look at him. Very nice. Everything, the detail about this figure is just great. And as I said, a lot of articulation on him. You can get him into poses and also. And if you like Jetfire in G1, you're going to love him because of the colors. The Henkei really did a good job on their earlier figures in terms of colors. They're very G1. But the recent figures like Cyclonus or Galvatron, they're a little bit far from the G1 colors. But, you know, I'm excited to see the smoke screen and the Dinobot Henkeis. They're probably more, they're a lot closer to the G1 colors than the Hasbro versions. Okay, just a quick size comparison. Oops, sorry. With the original Jetfire. I don't have any transformed figure right now for Voyager, but just I wanted to say this. I have a very old one of the G1 figures that actually survived in my collection is my G1 Jetfire. Okay, he looks something like this. I know he doesn't have battle armor, but the figure is so old, and it has been played with a lot when I was a kid, and it's gotten its fair share of abuse, and if I take off the armor, the whole figure is just gonna fall out. What I can say is that the figure is all white with a few gray detail, and as I said earlier, the helmet looks like the head right here. It's a very good homage or tribute to that. The helmet it looks a little bit wider. This is a very thin head, but that's the idea behind it. Okay, just show this guy in detail. I like this armor. This is from the Robotech Macross Valkyrie fighter. It came with battle armor. It's got great rockets, missiles like that. It's got side cannons right here, rockets here and there. It came with originally a gray back piece, which I lost, so I just replaced it with Jetfire's original backpack. It gives it a better look, I think. The stickers have been falling off. There used to be a rub symbol right here, but you know, somehow it just got lost. This robot is very well. He's exactly the same. It's a repaint of a Robotech fighter, a Valkyrie fighter. It's got gear walk mode. I mean, if you're too young to actually remember how these guys look like, then I really envy you. But I'm old enough to actually remember these guys, and this is one of the earliest triple changer from Takara. It had a jet mode. It's sort of like a Tomcat, an F-14 Tomcat jet mode. I'm not sure if it is a Tomcat, but it's sort of like that. And then it has a Jerwalk mode, which is half jet and half robot legs and a jet, and his Valkyrie mode or Batteroid mode, which is this. Now Transformers had adopted the figure and turned him into Jetfire because I don't think they could use Skyfire for some weird reason. And he does look, he's all white. Let me allow me to take off the battle armor. It's been faded, so it's not my lighting. It's really the plastic. It's really faded because of the sunlight and dust and whatnot. Let me just take it off for a while. Okay. It is a very nice figure, actually. This is one of those few G1 figures I actually like. I'll probably not dispose of because all the other G1 figures are very difficult. He is probably the most posable G1 figure there is. I mean, you can get him into a stride position, you know, no waist articulation though, but he's got very decent poses, and you know, makes for a good figure. So, and I really like this figure. So to get a Universe Henkei figure together with my old G1 Skyfire Jetfire was really pretty awesome, and I love it. I'm sorry I can't take out all the parts because, well, he'll just fall off. But let me see if I can take off some of the parts. A little bit of a striptease here for Jetfire. Okay. He's very skinny, as you can see, and yeah, let's give it a shot if I can actually take off these parts without breaking them, because the plastic is very old and I could end up breaking a classic right now. Okay, let me see if I can get that right before we run out of time. Okay, just get it out of the way. Okay, and he hasn't fallen apart. Very nice. Okay, I'm very pleased. Thank you. Thank God I didn't break him. He's very fragile right now because it is a very old figure. It's like 20-year-old figure. And here is the new one. If I can get him in a tight shot together. I'll put his gun with him. All original parts, hopefully. Okay, and those are the two Skyfire Jetfire figures that I have. Very nice, very impressive. First time I've seen him in a long time without his armor. So we'll transform both of them. We'll see them both in alt mode in the second part of this review. So stay tuned.